Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look at the Bellroy 10-litre camera sling, a good sized crossbody bag to carry your camera, plus a good amount of accessories and extras. It's also 2025 now, so happy new year to everybody watching. Let's jump right in. This is the Bellroy Camera Sling in night sky or blue. It also comes in Ranger green and in black. On the front we have a nice stitched logo below a large quick access zip pocket. To the side we can see a twin strap design leading to a buckle to attach the sling itself. More on that in a minute. Round the back is, well, not a lot except for stitching holding the bag together. Then on the bottom we have a couple of straps to attach a tripod. Very, very simple. These are actually very simple and easy straps, and whilst I don't often carry tripods, the times that I have, these straps haven't let me down at all. Let's take a look at the shoulder strap. You can see it's an asymmetrical design, hence the buckles on the bag which allow you to mount the strap depending on which shoulder you want this sling on. We have a nice padded section on one end for your shoulder, and on the other end we have a quick buckle which allows the strap length to be adjusted with just one hand, ideally if you have a camera in your other hand. Diving inside the bag, the front pocket first, we have a large, somewhat padded section, ideal for probably a phone or passport. Then two smaller pockets, useful for little things, SD cards, lens caps, etc, etc. There's also a key clip inside this pocket too. On to the main event then, and inside the bag we have a nice padded space with two wibbly wobbly dividers to help you section off your cameras and lenses. Either side you also get a stretchy mesh pocket for extra bits and bobs, and on the back side by this nice logo you have one more zippered pocket which is a decent size, enough to hold 3 or so spare batteries for your camera. Let's talk materials then, and Bellroy use their own Beta ripstop material, which is essentially a recycled nylon in a crosshatch type weave that reinforces the nylon, making it more resistant to ripping. As for the zip itself, Bellroy call it a shingleback double-ended zipper. The zip allows the bag to open right out, giving you decent access and allowing you to get your equipment out without forcing it out or scratching it up against the zips. Bellroy have combined the zipper system with this twin strap section here. Essentially the weight of the bag when it's off the ground, the twin straps pull the bag together, and so the bag sits as slim as possible against your body when not in use. Thoughts so far then? Well, we have three gimmicks: the twin strap system, the shingleback double zipper and the asymmetrical strap. And in my 4 months of usage, I'd say the twin straps do definitely pull the bag closer, which I like. The double zipper is absolutely fantastic and it works exactly as advertised, but the asymmetric strap just didn't really do it for me. As a strap, it's absolutely fine. It's nicely padded and comfortable. I just didn't get on with the one-handed release system. It's not really a deal breaker for me though, as the strap is good. It's just that I haven't and I won't be using the quick release system anytime soon. Okay, so moving on, what fits inside the bag? Well, cameras. Specifically though, I use Fujifilm, so that's what you're going to see today. Standard configuration A for me is a couple of primes plus a zoom. So we have camera 1 here on the right hand side with a 16mm prime, camera 2 with a 35mm prime, and then a useful 50 to 230 on the left. As you can see, there's loads of room for everything and it all fits quite nicely. You can also really see the benefit of that double-ended zip too, making it really easy to get the cameras out and back in again. Configuration B is a fun one for me, as I like to take my little one out on photography walks. He tends to photograph rocks, interesting pieces of litter, etc, but occasionally grabs a really nice shot. I tend to go with whatever he's doing, so we have a couple of short zoom lenses attached to his camera and mine. On mine is the 18-55 and he has a 15-45 on his. Then at the end of the walk, we often pop to the pub and grab a cake and some coke, and so I bring a little Instax printer so we can print some of our photos off. Again, you can see everything fits quite nicely, and if you instead wanted to carry a third camera, you have no problem doing so by moving the printer into the middle of the bag. Things do get a little bulky now, but in a pinch it would absolutely work fine. Final configuration for if you want to go long, you can flatten one divider with the sewn in crease and you can push the second divider to the side of the bag, which will give you enough room for a larger lens such as this Fujifilm X-T2 with an XF100 400mm lens attached. Now generally when carrying this sort of thing you're probably going to want something bigger like a backpack rather than a sling bag, but it's good to know that it does fit, and I have actually used it in this configuration a couple of times and it's been quite successful. I mentioned the dividers, and well, they aren't great. They are sewn in, so can't be adjusted. Bellroy have decided because they are sewn in that they need to be quite flimsy, which makes sense, so you can move them around in the bag. But being flimsy means that they are, well, flimsy. gear can rattle around a bit and larger lenses aren't going to be securely kept in place by them. It's also a little annoying as the bag would be a great size and style to be used for other things, but because you can't remove the dividers, you kind of have to work around them. For example, if I want to bring a bottle of Coke and my kid's Nintendo Switch, well, I can't. And also, with them being flimsy, you can't store camera lens combos upright. The dividers buckle under the weight and you get that really rattly mess that I was talking about earlier. Other thoughts? Well, Bellroy claim that the bag is water resistant, which is fine. Those who are out in all weathers may want to opt for something that's a little more waterproof, but that's okay. The shoulder strap is really quite comfortable, as I mentioned before, and actually I often just resort to wearing it as a standard shoulder bag rather than as a sling. I'm slightly concerned by the quick release clips though. They are part metal and part plastic in design, and whilst they haven't failed me, I do question how long they'll last. Bellroy do have a pretty decent 6-year warranty on their bags though, so that is reassuring. Now, my initial conclusion was to not recommend this bag. See, the bag is decent, but it feels like it's been designed by a bag company, not a camera bag company. There's just little things that I find are silly errors, and when you consider the price of £165, those errors become less silly and more inexcusable to me. But then I went back and I tried the adjustable sling strap mechanism again, I realised something that I'd kind of completely missed previously. See, this bag has been designed by a bag company, and more importantly, it's been designed by a lifestyle bag company. Its purpose probably isn't to be a photographer's bag. Its purpose is to be a decent camera bag, but for the EDC, minimalism, travelling, nomad, blog lifestyle. Its purpose is to look good on YouTube videos, and it does. It absolutely succeeds in achieving that. For example, my very first thought when picking the bag up is, I can't pick the bag up, there's no handle. But then when have you ever seen an EDC video on YouTube with a guy carrying his bag using the carry handle? You don't. It's all done with crossbody slings and clips and tech. Ultimately, I think this bag is good. It's just not for me. And just to be clear, I'm absolutely not throwing any kind of shade at the Nomad EDC style community. I love looking at their Instagram pages and their YouTube videos. They are absolutely fantastic creators who use their tools in ways that I haven't seen used before. And to be honest, even if I didn't like the community, who cares what I like? You do you, right? So in conclusion, would I recommend this sling bag? Absolutely yes. If you're looking for a camera sling whose primary objective is to fit your aesthetic, whilst also being a very useful, high quality bag, it is fantastic. But if you're a photographer looking for the very best camera bag for your hard-earned money, a bag with better dividers, a bag with a handle, a bag that can carry a water bottle or a tablet, for example, then you might have more joy with brands such as Peak Design or Wandered. Or indeed, just pop into your local camera shop with your equipment and start filling up their bags until you find the perfect bag for your needs. It's very likely by doing this too, you'll also walk away more happy than if you purchased this online, and you may have also saved a few quid as well. £165 is quite a chunk of money. That's it for today. I hope this review has helped you. As always, pop any questions you have in the comments below and I'll get back to you ASAP. There are also like and subscribe buttons down there too. You know how they work. Thanks again, and I wish you a fantastic 2025. See you all soon.